and welcome to Anne-Marie's Workshop, Friday Sews. My name is Anne-Marie and I love to make things. If you like to make things or just watch people make things, you're in the right place. Please like, subscribe, and share. And let's get started. Well, I started these Friday Sews videos in response to Jenny Wessner's sewing creative group that had the hashtag Friday Sews. And I love it because it's kind of like a check-in about what you did the week. I tend to publish my plans, my makes, my sew-alongs, and then something unusual or something that I'm interested in. So like 4 a month, and then with the Friday Sews, kind of like a Friday folder that you take home and show your parent what you did all week. And I, as a former school teacher, I really love that. So the month of October, usually these videos start with a forum topic, but Jenny's taking October off, so we've got to come up with our own topic or just start talking. But the topic I wanted to talk about today was, why do you sew? Now, I really had to think about that because clearly I do not need clothes. I had clothes without a sewn item. You know, I had a full wardrobe based on school teaching, a full wardrobe based on church going, weddings, events. You know, most people have an elaborate wardrobe, and I do, and the glasses and the jewelry to go with it, and the shoes. But I've always loved sewing. My parents used to ship me off to Jamaica every summer the minute my mouth opened and said, "I'm bored." Before the ink dried on the credit card slip, I was on Air Jamaica on the way to my aunt's or my grandma or my other aunt's house. And that's when I was sitting around. There was one television station, y'all, and it didn't come on until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was a New York kid, used to doing New York stuff, hanging out with your friends, running around, riding your bike and stuff like that. And so it was kind of a culture shock. So my grand aunt was a seamstress, and she had these boxes of scraps, and she had one of these machines that had a pedal. I was fascinated. I didn't have any dollies with me. I made clothes for popsicle sticks, y'all, for popsicle sticks. That's how bored I was. But I think boredom is good for children. I really do. I think they need to have some times where they cultivate who they are and what they're interested in. So it started then. And then it kind of lined up that it was 6th grade and we had home economics. And we all got to make a jumper, like a little pinafore jumper that you wore with a t-shirt. And y'all, I was hooked. I was hooked. And then my mom bought the house a Singer machine and sent me, and at the time when you bought a Singer machine, they sent you to, they gave you free lessons with it. And so I guess for me, as the years went by, I always had a sewing machine in my room. I was always buying fabric and destroying it. Just love to buy fabric. And my mom, every once in a while, she'd sneak one away from me and have someone at her work make it for me. I never wore it. That wasn't the point. And what I learned from that is I sew because I love to create with fabric. I love the colors. I love the dream or the little wishes that patterns are. Am I going to ever be able to sew these thousands of patterns that I've had over the years? Of course not. Of course not. It's the dream of them. It's the potential energy. It's the seed, the idea, and what comes up in your head because of that. Now, the sewing itself, why I sew is, the sewing for me is a meditation. I can get in here with nothing on, nothing going on but the fan, and I can sew, and for some reason I think it puts me in a meditative state, and all of these thoughts, all of these things that are inside that I'm kind of thinking about, songs, books, feelings about the past, feelings about the future, feelings about the present, all roll through my head, and I don't seem to feel the need to stop them because I'm busy going zzz with my fabric. So I love how I feel after I sew. I'm reluctant to stop because I love the meditation of it. Now I also sew for the finished product and the ability to gift. Well, my primary love language is giving gifts. And so I love to make things for people who are not expecting it. I love to think of them while I'm making it. And that's part of the reason why I sew. And I think I also sew because my aunt sewed and my mother sewed and my other side of the family sewed, and I think it's passed on. I have passed it on to my children. Now they sew in different ways. My daughter sews tailored suits and items such as that. My other daughter sews accessories like hats and bags and things like that. Don't know why my son doesn't sew. I guess it didn't get a hand at him before the video games got him. But I'm sure he would. He's also a creative. So that's why I sew. Now let's talk about what's been going on with these jumpsuits in this workshop this week. Now look, Valencia at 85th and Wade, who came up with hashtag Sew Romp Jump Play 22. She launched a challenge of sewing jumpsuits from September 25th to October 25th. And I personally have a jumpsuit problem. I've been collecting jumpsuit patterns from the 80s. And some of my best memories are of this white parachute jumpsuit that I have that I thought I looked super cute in when I was in college. I don't know where that went, but I loved the feel of it. I loved the look of it. I thought it was cute. I just had the white jumpsuit on and some cute sandals, and you couldn't tell me anything. But I kept on buying the jumpsuit patterns, but I didn't make any jumpsuits. So I think the first jumpsuit I'd made in a long time was a couple months ago. And did I wear it? No. Like I put it up for like if we're going to a hotel or a resort or something like that. So I just keep on buying these jumpsuit patterns. I have bought them in PDFs. I bought them from True Buys. I bought them from Sew Art. I've bought them from so many different people in PDF form as well as Big 4, and only one. So I took on this challenge wholeheartedly. Well, I won't talk about all of these jumpsuits because you saw them last week. But since then, I have finished 1, 2, and I'm working on the last one. But let me show you the last 2. Now this jumpsuit is Butterick 6891, and I did view C. I honestly bought this pattern not for the jumpsuit. I bought it for this dress here, and I still might get a chance to do this dress here. Now when I made this jumpsuit, these pockets that are right here on top of my chest, I'm still hemming and hawing about it. Here's the line drawing. I'm still hemming and hawing. I have made the dress. I made the jumpsuit in this beautiful Georgette that I got from fabricmart. As you can tell, I'm not finished with it because it took me a long time to source the buttons, but I did find some. 1 minute. That's the only thing that's really difficult about living abroad. Yeah, well, living in Jamaica as far as accessories or notions is that Pings has a lot of the things I need, but sometimes when you need something specific, you have to kind of luck out. And I lucked out. I couldn't match the mint, but I could match the beige. So, and I didn't care for the pockets. You know, I matched them up. They have a flap on them. I think if I did it more in a kind of safari look, the pockets would have been cool. But I think because this is so delicate, I don't think it was a good match for it. And I will model this in my makes video. I have to confess, I think it's lovely, but I didn't love it when I was making it, and I kept on making all kinds of silly mistakes. At one point, I sewed a pocket onto the hem of the pants. And so I just put it up and said, let me just go ahead and leave the room, because clearly I am not feeling this jumpsuit the way I need to. And I have a feeling it's going to be one of my favorites. It's so light and everything like that. But when I was making it, I made all kinds of mistakes on it. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't enchanted with it. I don't know. Now the next one, it's not my fault. I have to go through my comments. I'll go back to behind the curtain of YouTube and find out who issued me this challenge. One of my subscribers said to me, but what about a reversible one, Anne-Marie? And I thought, yeah, what about a reversible one? And I have to admit, I was thinking on it. And after I finished all of these, I said, oh, it's not going to happen. And I was looking for something else in my pattern stuff. I was looking for something else. I was not looking for a reversible jumpsuit. And I saw this pattern that I had been wanting to make, but I was conflicted about it because I'm an apple shape. It's the one shape on the pattern envelope that they say, no, it's not for you. So, you know, of course, I took that personally as a challenge. So hold on, let me show you which pattern I'm talking about. This is Vogue 1708. Now look, y'all, this thing is fire. Now, it has the potential to be reversible because this pattern is fully lined. So you're going to be making one in this fabric, and then you're also going to be making a lining of the same fabric. So when in Rome, make a reversible jumpsuit. Now hold on, you have to use your imagination. It is quite a bit. Hold on. Now this jumpsuit requires 2 hangers. 2. It requires a hanger to hold the halter part and the wrap part. These are the 2 materials that I decided to use. One is a crinkle taffeta, and the other one is a beautiful Ankara. Now, I did not buy these together. I did not. The inspiration for this confab, and I'm going to put this on because I feel like this is my mother of the bride dress if any of my kids get married, because I could wear this to the church, flip it inside out for the reception. All right, now, so let me show you. This is the inspiration. I had this material, I bought this at Joann Fabrics maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I made a jacket. This was just the edging. I made a jacket, and I made a pair of pants, not out of this, but went with this. And I wore it a couple times to church, but then didn't have much chance to wear it. And I don't know how it all bubbled up in my mind. I had bought the crinkle taffeta in a bucket at Ping's by the pound. I bought the brown. I'd already used the blue on a dress I'll show you here that I sent to my cousin for graduation, and it just came together. And then I was walking back looking at my bucket of African fabric, and I remembered this, and it was in the same wheelhouse. All right, so because I made the jumpsuit, I started thinking about this other pattern. Hold on. Yeah, and this is Koos van der Akker. Bitteschön, Mr. Aka. Bitteschön. Now this pattern is 1493. It's a Vogue. I will put down below if it's still on eBay. It is no longer in the pattern books. Mr. Acker is no longer a licensed designer for Vogue. All of his stuff is gone. I used to love his work because he always had some kind of quilting applique over the top nonsense in his stuff, and I've made a few of his items, but this one was recommended to me by Marcy Terrell, and I will add a card right here to show you. This is one of her 5 favorite patterns that she uses to make things. You know, I've hacked the other 1753, I think. That one that I've made 2 tops with that comes all the way. I'll include a thing right here. Anyway, that was another one. I can't remember the other 2, but she talked about this and I thought, I've got that pattern. Matter of fact, I've got 2 of them. And so I said, this would be a great shape to go over this, you know, if you had to go into church and, you know, you don't want to be haltering in your back out before the reception. So this is the jacket that goes along with that. Now look, y'all, it looks very complicated and intricate, and you think, oh, I don't think so, and I don't think I'm going for that. It was a very simple shape. The hardest part was attaching the ribbons to my striped fabric. That was it. That was it. And that was just a television show and some music. And then it's a very simple, it's not lined. It's a very simple sew. It is so rewarding. This is a rectangle. Hold on. Sorry about that. Renovations. So I'm gonna have to hurry up because the banging is gonna start soon. That's another thing happening around the Friday studios. We're getting a lightning rods installed on top of the house. And so I was hoping to get finished before the electrician got here, but we shall see. Anyway, so talked about the jacket, the jumpsuit. I also got a cover-up or 2 finished that have been hanging around. Y'all, these have been hanging around for maybe 6 or 7 years. But I finally got them finished and out of the way. And I can tell this was during my teacher time because I've got the vest and I got the cardigan, air conditioning, and I think they'll be very, very useful because it does get cool up here. It's just that I don't really have that many places where I wear this kind of stuff too, but the material is so pretty that I was glad to finish them and get them out of my stash. Oh, and let me show you something that's just so lovely and so easy that you're gonna wanna make one. All right, on the cover up is McCall 6084. It's from a long time ago. I don't even know where the pattern envelope is, but if I find it, I will insert it somewhere here, okay? Now this, my friends, is Vogue 1723, View A. Oh, this dress is everything. It has statement sleeves. It has an A shape. I'll show you in a minute, but let me show you my favorite part. It has a bow in the back. Mr. Givenchy, wouldn't you just love this? It has a bow, or is that Oscar? I can't remember who loves to do the bows in the back. It hits just at knee, just below knee or at knee length for the shorties. For you tall ladies, you can bring out your little long-legged selves in this. I think that this, let me go down and up. Now look, why I love this dress so much is this is a beautiful dress to go to a wedding or an event because it gives you so much style on the top. Bracelets, clutch, shoes, You don't have to worry about what you eat at this event because it is a tent dress. Thank you, Vogue. And it is also Vogue Easy, Facile. Now, I'm too short for this. This reminds me of my choir robes. I'm not into it. But this little darling, it's a good one. All right, folks, and in my final, I am halfway through Vogue 1851. I will show you the final reiteration of this design next Friday. I think I'm done with the jumpsuits, y'all. I think I'm okay. I think I've gotten it out of my system. Thank you, Valencia. And we will see you next Friday. And y'all take care and keep making. Just in time.